Happy Friday! So, after watching my last TikTok, well, not last TikTok, but the one where I get this bag at, like, realized I got it at like 4 in the morning, um, I had no idea what I was talking about. So I am gonna go over everything in this kit, what it comes with, what I know now, what it does, what they are, etc. It was $30 on Amazon for this one, which I had to get. I think I bought it mostly because of the bag. Even the other bag was even pink leopard print, so that says a lot. Huge plant lover. I'm on stairs, foliage, like the foliage on it, and I'm a huge pocket person. I'm not a girl, a dress girl, pocket girl. I'm a bag with pocket. Like I would probably have like a baby diaper bag or something like that, just as a regular person because there's so many pockets. But this is the bigger one, so it was $30 Canadian on Amazon, and the other one was cheaper. This was 121 pieces, so that was mistake number one. I said 151 pieces. No, it's 121 piece. And the leopard print looked almost kind of like just a flat lunchbox, and it had less pieces in it. I did notice in the reviews there was a little bit more negative feedback on the pink one, but it's your usual stuff, like it's smaller than I thought. Well, the dimensions are there. That's on you, Karen. Anyways, I'm gonna start off with the bag itself because chef's kiss. So you can actually, when it opens up, you can actually hang it, which I guess is pretty convenient. It's one less thing on my floor, and I can literally hang it up right here next to me. But when I'm going to grab stuff out of it, I still grab the bag and have to like lift up the bag anyway. It's just, for me, it's just for when I'm working or crocheting. I can have it not sitting on the floor, not having to reach for it every time. It's right there. So there's a pocket here, and I have like stuff I don't really use in here, like old like really cheap hooks, and these giant like safety pins came with it. And my dumbass was like, oh, like maybe it's like, I think it's like has something to do with like Tunisian crocheting or something like that. I think I even mentioned it twice. No, the fuck it doesn't. Okay, I think it's just like a giant stitch holder or something like that. Like when you're working, like I've seen pictures, it does look Tunisian because it's got a whole bunch of stitches across it, but I still don't know the exact functions of it. And the main reason I only know this is because when I went to Walmart to buy some yarn, they had these for sale individually, so I was able to see the actual real names on them. But I don't know what it is, if everybody just gatekeeps from patterns to apparently accessories, and not tell you what they are, and you can't find anything on the internet about them because you don't know what they are. Whatever. Anyways, I'll start now up here because this is where I keep all the sharp stuff because stabby. I'm very accident prone, and in the last video I said, oh look, cool, they come with buttons. Not sure what these little cone things are for, but they come with buttons. No, they don't. It doesn't come with buttons. Okay, these are button decals on the end of like a pin. So there's 3 like sewing pins, like that you like, I don't know, and there's just a button decal at the end of it. And I thought the flowers were the decals for the pins. No, no, if I would have looked, I would have seen that there's like a diamond wire coming out of the end of the flower. I'll get to that. And it's supposed to be like the kit is supposed to be semi like interchangeable with knitting. It's made more for crochet, but these cones are for knitting and to put at the end of your knitting needles. So I have no use for those, but I keep them in. Anyways, this I pick it up and I couldn't name it at the time. I knew exactly what it was. It actually has a name on Amazon and it's the real name of it. It's a seam ripper. But me, after going through needles, after going through scissors and talking about all sharp stuff, I couldn't think of what this was. It's a seam ripper. So if you look really close, it's got like one long needle swoop and well, like not a long needle, but anyways, it cuts seams, which this would too. These are just your regular clippers. I have a couple here at home, anyways, that I got in a sewing kit, but I use them to trim my plants. So those ones are strictly just for the crocheting. Now these are the flower things that don't go on the end of your needle. They're actually to thread your yarn through your yarn needles, which I didn't show you by the way. Where did my yarn needles go? Anyways, you get a little tube with a ton right here. This is what I was really excited for. There's so many different sizes, and they're all metal, and they're Britney proof. They're not sharp at the end. So that I was really pumped about. I'm not one of those people that, oh, no, we have a bunch of ends. Yeah, so I have it like 100 ends that are like this big. Yes, I'm going to lose my mind. But that and for sewing, like when I'm folding stuff, sewing seams, sewing pieces together, love them, absolutely love them. I was really excited for those. And then obviously it came with your regular stitch markers. Not this many, but I added mine in with a little baggie of them. Comes with quite a bit though. Then it came with these. I didn't know if these had a specific purpose. I don't really find they do. Not that I've either learned or anyways, but when I folded my pouch that I was making to basically like pins that you would use when you're making clothes to keep the clothing intact with, like, I don't know, say you're using a, not stencil, but whatever, you've got your pattern pinned to the fabric, that's what I used these for. So I made sure that my seams were lined up, and then I just put a whole bunch of these pins down them. I've also seen ones that have like numbers hanging from them so that you can put them on, say, like row 6, you find the one, the 6th one, and put it on that row. I don't know, use your imagination, I guess. Now these flowers, if I would have noticed, they have a little diamond like wire, and there's a third one in the bag somewhere, but they're just to thread your yarn through the needle. They're not a decoration for the end of a push pin or like a fabric pin you're never going to use. I use that a lot actually to thread my yarn through needles. Now these are stitch markers as well, but I also heard like stitch holders. They don't, like, they have a hole, so they just wrap like through your work. One, I find them really hard to get them through the specific stitch I want, and like if there's 2 stitches that they have, like 2 like pieces of yarn that they have to go through, it's really really hard, I find. I don't know if they're meant to, like, if they're basically meant to do the exact same thing. If these are meant to hold something in place, I 100% would choose these any day. Absolutely love these, and you can just boom, clip them on and they stay put. These have about like a centimeter of it, like a space, so if you got it in the wrong spot, have to take it off, or like it doesn't go in the right place as you're turning it, it's awkward. I haven't gotten used to it because I only used it a couple times. But when I was trying to take one out, that gap, like, and there's like pointy ends, so the gap isn't big enough, and it got stuck on my project and like kind of frogged some yarn a little bit. So I don't know if they're meant to be like a marker or if they're meant to kind of hold bigger pieces of things together. But what I saw in the package at Walmart was stitch marker or stitch holder, one of the two. Okay, and it comes with 10 little skeins of yarn. Everybody complained that they were too small. What do you expect? $30 for all of this stuff, and you expect what, to get a big giant, you know? Anyways, I was very happy. I think the colors are selected random. I wasn't too thrilled in all the colors I got, but beggars can't be choosers. But yeah, no, it's just a whole bunch of little yarn. Like the pouch that I made, I had doubled up my yarn with purple and black, and unfortunately, it was supposed to be a pouch for my tarot deck, and I wasn't able to make it long enough. So I don't know where I put it right now. But anyways, it's actually pretty decent yarn. Like the pouch turned out nice or whatever. But like I said, it's just for like little tiny projects. I don't know, make a keychain, make a necklace. It's not for a blanket, obviously. And now the main big pocket. So in this pocket here, you've got two little pockets, one on this side, one on this side. There's a little divider right here. So in this, where the divider is, I just got the packages of my like old needles. It comes with a little booklet on, crochet for beginners. But really, this isn't. I've been crocheting on and off for 9 years. This isn't a bag for just beginners. Like there's stuff in here I never knew what it was, and I still don't. And there's some stuff that none of it's really necessary, but a lot of it's really nice to have, and the price is good. So like it just basically tells you the stitches, how to do the seams, what the abbreviations are, and then there's a QR code on the back. You can go to their website, and they have some different videos on there and tutorials I haven't quite looked at yet. But if I can recommend one thing, there should be a booklet of what everything is and what everything does, because these confuse the shit out of me. I know I've seen them with knitting. They're called like bracket, or no, I forget what these are called. Something stitch holder or stitch marker holder, one of the two. But I always see two long knitting needles with a project going down it. But at the center, there's like a loop of where there's no project, and then there's one of these hold like in that loop of the project. And I don't know if it's only strictly for knitting, if it's just a knitting holder for a bigger piece. Not sure. Now these straight up say knitting needles. They're like U markers. You think Walmart has them too, and I forget what they were called. Either like U stitch holders or I don't know. U something. I'm gonna look this up after. Oh, here's a picture of I don't know if you can see it. See, there's like a knitting pattern here in the middle of those two hooks are one of these, but you don't see any U hooks on the back of this. And I don't read Chinese, so why are these on the back of this? And there's zero instructions or pictures of these that are actually in the package. So I don't know if they go together. I don't know what they do. But I'm gonna figure that out because it's just bugging me. I'm probably never ever going to use it. Now this was packed when I got it. I don't know if they're all green or if it's kind of like the yarn where just random color cases are picked. But this had all kind of this stuff in it. So the bag was jam packed because it had like the yarn and everything, and then this was jam packed because it had all of these little trinkets in it. And it's like a nice fake like leather. It's really 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 nice, and it comes with all the hooks. So you get a whole bunch of hooks with the rubber handles. And I've never ever used those before. I'm obsessed with them now. I always had hooks like these. Like my Susan Bates hooks are all like these colored metal ones here, and I always used those, but I recently lost my 5.5 hook somewhere here around the house, and also realized my 6, yeah, I think my 6 hook has been missing for God knows how long. So it was awesome not only just to get a whole bunch of new needles, but now I have those sizes again. But I really 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 love the rubber handled crochet hooks big time. Like I'm obsessed with them. They're not ergonomic or anything. They just, I don't know, I absolutely love it. And it comes with a whole bunch of plastic yarn needles, and a couple ones are bent at the end. I was watching a YouTuber kind of going through the same thing, the gadgets and stuff, and hers were, I think, metal, and she bought it individually off Amazon. I think she said the same thing. She's not sure what it was for, but like, just when you're weeding in your ends, it just gives it a different angle, and it's just a different, I think there's only 2 of them in there, but yeah, it just gives you a different angle when you're going and weeding in your ends and stuff. Then it came with a bunch of pom-pom makers, which I want to make some just to make it because I clearly haven't used it yet, but I've had it for quite a while, and comes with two stitch counters, or row counters. I would say stitch counters, which I don't use because just before I got this bag, I got this bad boy. It's like a bedazzled row counter. Now, I need your guys' help, opinions, whatever, constructive criticism. Some people don't use them, like it fits. I don't even like keep it on my finger all the time, but I don't need help as much counting my rows. My projects aren't super 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 big. It's easier for me to count rows than it is 100 stitches or 100 double crochets across. So like I'll do like 10 stitches, and then I'll mark 10. But then I go back and start working, and I've done, I don't know, maybe 3. I didn't go back and start counting. I forgot to start counting. So I'm still continuously counting my stitches. And it's so frustrating, especially when you have a chain of like 100 and something, and you've counted it a million times and you have to recount it. And oh my God, if anybody has any tips for that, like this is what I wanted to use this for, was for my stitches, not my rows. So I definitely need help with that, because that's definitely the most frustrating part. And this, last but I don't want to say not least, tension ring. It's a little peacock. I don't like it at all. I thought it was going to be fabulous. I don't believe I have an issue with my tension to begin with. This not only, obviously, the more you use it, the quicker you'll get, but this slows me right down. It makes my tension worse. And I've loosened it, I've moved it, I've watched tutorials. People are always saying, oh, and if it's too loose, just tighten it. No, me, it's too tight. I've loosened it, and just getting used to it. And I don't know. If you have no problem with your tension, or you're just a slight problem with your tension, just practice. Unless you've got one, and it works for you, great. Me, personally, I don't use it. It's actually prettier as a ring than a tension ring in use. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that came in my bag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find out what these U things do. I'm going to find out what those giant clothespin things do, like those giant ones I said were artesian, and they're not. And I've been journaling, bullet journaling for crochet, but I'm going to keep working on wallets and clutches. So I've got a gray one on the go, and one that's like pink color changing by Bernat. Way too long for a wallet. It's like 13 centimeters long, and that was what it called for. But I'm like, no, this is gonna be a clutch. I just got a bunch of buttons and some zippers from Mama Bear, so I might put those to use. I've got my bedazzler, so you best bet everything's gonna be blinged out. Awesome, guys. So I hope this kind of clarified anything. If you know what any of these things are, let me know. And it's on Amazon. Happy weekend.